What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And here we have Darius Dale saying, I'm starting to grow concerned that the Fed pivot we are all focused on is not the pivot that will prompt the next bull market. Sure, markets will melt up for a while when the Fed confirms a pause, but I'm less sure the ultimate lows will be in for most risk assets by then. And he says, I hope you all realize when the Fed finally does quote unquote pivot, overnight rates will be stuck at 5% for the following more or less year, unless all hell breaks loose in the interim above and beyond the mild recession the FOMC is already implicitly forecasting with their U3 and core PCE projections. So, typically, let me break this down. Typically, when the Fed stops their rate hikes, that leads to a worse performance in the stock market. Typically. Um, so, if history is any indication, I mean, go look at the stock markets. Don't take my word for it because I could be wrong. Go look at the stock market, look at when they stopped rate hikes in the past, and see how the market managed afterwards. And there you'll get your answer. Now, this is an interesting uh, conversation to be had because markets went up with news that the Fed was going to stop or reverse or pivot, right, going into the month of December. So the markets reacted to that. So we'll see what happens. Here we see a friendly reminder of how insane property prices are. Here's 400 years of data from Amsterdam. We're living through the biggest real estate bubble ever. This is in Amsterdam. Oh my goodness. Look at house prices historically in the last 400 years has just skyrocketed up in, the last 50 or so years. Unbelievable. And rents also have gone up, but not as much as house prices. We see here the U.S. money supply decreased 1.1% over the last 6 months, the largest decline over a 6-month period on record. And this M2 data goes back to 1959. And we can see, I mean, this is below any other past market downturn. We here, I mean, folks, this is putting into perspective how uh, currency debasement can happen very quickly. You won't see it, and then all of a sudden, it'll go really quickly. And this is what $1 is worth in the Venezuelan bolivars. Just complete trash, just paper. And this, I mean, if you watch anything today, pay attention to this because this could become our reality.
People are depleting their emergency stocks. Yes. Had depleted it, used it as a mechanism to manipulate markets, while it is profound purpose was to mitigate shortages of supply. Be it as it may, it's everybody's choice. However, it is my profound duty to make it clear to the world that losing emergency stock may become painful in the months to come. Right. People.
And specifically, if you look at our strategic petroleum reserve, which is something I've been talking about at length on this channel, is what happened. We're in the 300 millions. We've depleted more than half of it. What happens when that's no longer available? What happens to the price of gas? And I do believe that, at one point when it was soaring, I was talking about how there are certain gas stations in the state of Washington that are preparing for double digit gasoline. So here I am telling you after the elections, after, party fates have been um, established and we know who's won, right? Does it matter? At that point, it's, well, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying, folks. You got to prepare prepare as best as you can. And, um, come what comes, be it as it may, you've done the best that you can. And the rest, you put it in God's hands. But you have been diligent and logical about it, and you're not putting your head in the sand. Here we see price inflation using a 1980 base inflation calculator is telling us that it's currently running at 17%. The current official CPI data is mostly fake. It is manipulated now to underreport in order to save the government money on cost of living increases. So, using this 1980 base metric, inflation is currently at 17%. So, folks, with that being said, prepare. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Share this information, folks. Share it, because these charts are very powerful. They tell a story. So, that being said, thank you. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.